We just prepare every week the same. Come in Sundays, get ready, watch the film from the last game, and then move on, make corrections, and start film for the next week. So, it gets into a routine where we're all used to it. We know what to expect, and then we just have to move on, get ready for Virginia this week. So.
Coach said that when you watch film, sometimes you don't realize, or the players wouldn't realize that you actually won the game. What does he mean by that? Is that brutal?
You got to critique yourself every play. It's not. I wouldn't say it's brutal. It's definitely fundamental. You have to correct everything. It's like corrective. Like, got to make sure your technique is right, your effort. We get graded on assignment. So, constructive criticism, I'd say, but I wouldn't call it brutal.
Lamar said after the game that you're not he doesn't consider you a typical tight end, that you can do more than block. Do you look at yourself that way? Do you think you surprise people maybe with your athleticism and speed?
I try to do everything, try to be able to be a receiving tight end and a blocking tight end. The more I can bring to the table, the more I can help the team. So I try to do whatever I can to help us get a win.
You said you didn't have a personal reaction to Ohio State losing as a player looking at the playoff.
It was just a crazy situation how it all happened with the block, but we can't really control other teams' wins or losses. We just have to go out and win every game here on out. So.
You think that improves your chances?
I'm not really sure. I don't know how they're going to put the 4 teams in, but I think if we win out, that's all we can do really, and hope for the best.
That kind of how you have to deal with this, and it's again so much out of your control. You can't worry about what you can control.
Yeah, exactly. We just try to focus on each week, winning each week, and showing the country that we can dominate. We want to be the best team in the country at the end of the day, so only we can control what we can control.
Going into the current season we've had, Cole, I think you would agree probably it's the most successful.
Yeah, I'd say so. It's kind of just good timing, I'd say. Teams all coming together, everyone's playing full speed, everyone knows what they're doing, and then everyone's on the same page. So, we're all clicking, offense, defense, and special teams. We're just firing on all cylinders right now. So.
Try to do the Lamar hurdle during the game. Did Lamar give you a hard time for that?
Yeah, actually.
We loved it.
Yeah. Like you said, I tried it last year and it worked, and this year it just wasn't as successful. Probably should have tried something else, but I don't know. I just was running and I thought he was going to go low, and apparently he didn't think the same. So, but it didn't turn out too bad, I guess.
Was that from the film yet? You guys got to look at it?
Yeah, definitely. We rewound it a couple times. They were making fun of me, giving me a hard time. Like, what are you doing? Why did you try to jump over him standing straight up? Everything you can think of, really. So, but it is what it is.
I'm sure they got a good picture out of it, like a picture.
Yeah, it was a pretty funny picture, but not as good as Lamar's, but it was cool.
It was a great sequence to shot.
Yeah.
If the situation comes up, you try it again.
If he's standing straight up, probably not. But if they go low, I'm gonna just try to avoid him at all costs. So do what I got to do. I don't think I can say that on media, but he didn't think it was a smart idea.
Cole, what's it been like for you 2 years here coming to California? How much you knew about this school, this whole area of the country, and just the experience to you? And what do you think of it now as opposed to what you knew when you came?
I don't know if this sounds dumb, but I didn't know it snowed here when I first came here, so that was kind of a shock. But I love it here. The fans are great. I love the seasons. They're true seasons. You get winter, it's cold. Summer is hot, but it's very different from California. I love the football team. The dynamic we have in the locker room is great. It's a family, and everyone is so competitive. All we want to do is win. So I love it here.
Did you have any idea about the passion this city has for this program?
No, actually I didn't. I knew they had a really, really good really good basketball team coming in, and the football team was on the rise with Teddy and then Coach Petrino's offense. That's kind of what drew me here. But I feel like we're setting the bar higher and higher every game. So.
Why did you come here?
I'd say Coach Pacino's offense, his use of tight ends, and the ability to play right away versus having to wait at some other schools. And then just being in the ACC, playing tough games every week rather than, having 2 scheduled games that are pretty hard. Every week we have a pretty hard competition. So.
Had you known that it snowed, would you still come?
Yeah, I think I would have. I was wearing shorts and a long sleeve January 4th. That winter, that it was pretty. I think it was 4 degrees when I landed and I lost my bag, so I was kind of shocked a little bit.
You were for Purdue for a little bit.
Yeah, and it's even colder there, so glad I made the move.
Cole, can you talk about, from your standpoint, watching Lamar, like the other day, he was so on. How much has he improved the consistency of where he puts the ball for you on around, where you know it's going to be?
I mean, he's shown that to us in practice, so that's what we all expect. But, he threw one to Jamari. I thought it was coming to me at first. And I look over and Jamari caught it, but I think there's a picture online where he's just fitting it in between like 3 defenders. I mean, it's ridiculous how accurate he is and how much he's like improved his accuracy and his confidence in the past year. So, I can't wait to see what that kid does. He's an unbelievable athlete, great quarterback, and down-to-earth kid. So,
How much better could he get?
I don't know. He's pretty good right now, so I'm sure he's going to get better with his progressions, with his reads, his decision-making, but he's killing it right now, so just watch him do him. It's kind of a show. It's fun to watch.
What through your mind on that play? You just mentioned you're kind of running across the middle and he throws it. It looked like it might be coming. Kind of take us through what you saw there. Whips through there.
Yeah, I turn my head and I look, and the ball's coming about 80 miles an hour. I'm like, I don't know if I can catch this, so I go up, and the safety hits me a little, and then I look back, and I thought to myself, Lamar, I'm not catching that. And then I realized he wasn't throwing it to me, and it was a touchdown, so I was like, cool.
How was that different even than it was a year ago, and what do you think the difference will be?
I think Coach Petrino demanding leadership from us a lot more this year. We had a lot of guys step up in the locker room. We had more of a competitive atmosphere in the off-season workouts. Anything we did, really, we just all competed, got a lot closer. We have like a feeling of everyone wants to win everything in this team. So when you do that, everyone competes, gives their hardest. You just get closer. You see the boundaries you can push with you and your teammates. The locker room this year, I'd say, is a lot closer than it was last year. Everyone's more of a family. We hold each other accountable. We don't get mad when you get on someone. You just know it's for the greater good. So, I think we have a good chemistry going on right now.
What have you all studied on this game? What do you know about it?
We just looked on Sunday. We watched film. Today we watch some film. They'll put the game plan together throughout the week, and then we'll get more in depth probably tomorrow, and then go through practice, and then et cetera, et cetera. It keeps growing in game plan. So.
Coach, what about the defense, the way they play? That's got to be a big boost to the offense. And did you see that coming at all? Or?
Yeah, I think we have the best defense in the country. We get to play against them all year, practice against them. We feed off them, they feed off us. We have playmakers on both sides of the ball, and they get us pumped up and we get them pumped up. So, we all feed off each other, and it just continues to help us out on the field on both sides of the ball.
All right, thank you.
Interception. I got a lot of people talking to me about that. It was crazy. It definitely was a wild thing happening. I kind of knew it pre-snap because as soon as a running back motion out of the backfield, I was like, okay, well, somebody's coming on the drive route. So, it was the right place at the right time. Coach Grantham drew it up perfectly. And, I wish I could have scored, but you know how that happens. But obviously we'll do it next time.
Jonathan, it looked like maybe a couple plays before that, you guys were kind of confused. Everybody was kind of looking around. That's when they got that big play. And it almost was the same thing there. Was it a little? Is it tough when you kind of come in there? There was a couple of
Right.
That weren't starters.
Right. Well, with the play call we have, it was just based off of formation. You got to make a different call, and it was a kind of a weird formation how they came out, and we all were somewhat confused. Coach Grantham called it from the sideline. I heard it from my side because I'm near the sideline, but the other side they didn't get it, so I'm yelling it. But it's so loud in the stadium they couldn't get it. So busted play. We moved on from it. Luckily we didn't let them score on that play, and like I said, eventually we got the interception when we all were on one accord.
Coach Hikutini always says next guy's got to be ready. Just talk about when Devontae went down. What your thoughts?
Right. Coming into it, I come into every game prepared, just to be ready to start whatever the case may be. Devontae and James Hearns, they both help me every day in practice to say what's going on. In this play, you need to drop back and do this, or you need to rush like this and stuff like that. So every game I just go into with a mindset about just being ready to play. So I stay loose on the sideline, stay near the coaches. Whenever Fields or Hearns needs a breather or something like that, I'm ready to go. So forever how long it may be, I just go out there and play to the best I can.
How much attention do you pay to the national picture and the playoff is shaping up?
I pay attention to it. It's definitely in the back of all of our minds. But the main thing is we just basically play, do what we can, win each game. And first we got to take care of Virginia, and then so on after that. So we're going to put ourselves in the best situation. We're not going to allow anyone to lose or allow anyone to win to do certain things. We're just going to play our game.
In the back of your mind, are you confident, optimistic?
Oh, I'm confident with the team we have. We got a quarterback like Lamar and a defense like we have, and the offense we have as well. It's just every aspect, even from special teams as well. I feel like we can go and compete with the best team in the nation.
Are you playing what positions you had in mind when you came here? Where do you think you lined up?
Coming in, I weighed about like 230, 235. So I was kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna be a rush outside linebacker, and that's what mainly I'll be out dropping coverage. I won't really get in too much of the interior. And then as after the red shirt season, I put on about 20, 30 pounds. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to go down to defensive end and stuff like that. So I like being agile. I know that Coach Grantham, he recruits the players that he thinks that can play at multiple positions and provide the most outcome.
How many plays did you play center?
I think it was around like 50 or something like that. That was definitely my most. I think the after that, the most plays I played was probably spot minutes at the end of the game when we were winning, like in Marshall and other games like that. But that definitely was so. And then the Duke game before that, I only played 4 plays. So
You really like where you're playing now?
I do. Like I said, if being a backup, it comes with the pros and cons. So some games you might not play, some other games you might play a lot. It's just a part of just learning the game and humbling yourself to be ready whenever that time comes.
Is there a point in the play, the interception the other day, is there a point when you're like, oh, yeah,
Yeah, like I said, that play Coach Grantham drew up, it's almost I'm in that perfect position to get an interception or somebody in like an inside linebacker to get it because, like I said, we blitz the field over there, and then I drop back on that coverage, and I'll be perfect place.
There's a lot of talk after the game about you felt like you all were challenged after the Duke game. If you can describe what the attitude of the defense was, from that game and really how much they all tried to come out more aggressive.
Well, each game we come in with a mindset and an objective to get a goose egg, which is no points at all. Some games it might not end up like that, but we definitely go out there and try to play no mercy defense. Coach Grantham wants us to just enforce our will on every single team and also keep the foot on the gas. So, like I said, at the end of the game, towards when we played NC State, we were up. They didn't score at all. So towards the end, we got sort of complacent. And that's one thing he didn't want us to do. So after they scored those 2 touchdowns, and then we had to just put the foot on the gas and end it.
It's 44-0. How hard is it to keep the foot on the gas?
It's definitely. It's hard at times because you feel like as if either the team, the NC State, or the team we're winning that much by, they're mentally defeated, or you just kind of go out, all right, cool. We could just sit there and kind of relax a little bit. And that's the mindset, like I said, Coach Hikutini and Coach Grantham doesn't want us to have. Want us to just continue to be that top defense in the nation that we know we are.
How would you characterize Coach Grantham as your coach?
He's definitely somewhat of a mentor. He not only helps you become a man, he just helps you become a better player on the field and off. So when he's on the field, he knows everything about the game. I don't think I've met anyone besides Coach Petrino that knows the game of football than he does. So every game we go into, he has us prepared to be successful, and it's up to us just to execute. Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. Well, coming out of high school, I played mainly receiver, and mainly my highlights was receiver and defense. So they really didn't get to see much of my defensive highlights. I only came in on third down as a pass rush specialist. So it was to be expected, but I kind of didn't pay attention to the ratings. I knew what I could do. I know I could play with anybody in the nation. So I felt like just going into the college, I'm just going to keep that same mindset and mentality to be an underdog and get to the place where I am now. Yeah, I played tight end and receiver mainly. Most of our routes were I was out as an X receiver sometimes and played tight end, but I went mainly vertical routes and jump balls and so screen passes as well, so to get me out in open space.
You weren't disappointed not to play offense or
I would say this, like in high school, I love catching the passes because the defender's a lot smaller, and then you get here and you look at some of these videos on YouTube and stuff like that, how the defenders hit these players nowadays. I'm like, nah, I don't want to be on the receiving end of that. So, yeah, so I'll take being on defense any day from this point on. Mm-hmm. Right. Coming from offense to defense, it was somewhat of a difficult changeover, but definitely you playing offense gives you an idea of what to expect when you're on defense. You know what routes to expect when they're running a certain angle. Just knowing the game and then watching offensive linemen, how they pass protect or how they block on certain plays, running backs, their motions and all that stuff. It kind of helps out and plays in the factor to become a better player on offense and defense, and just being a better player and a student of the game. Yes, sir. Coach Grantham, when I talked to him when I was in the recruiting process, he definitely did say he wanted me to be a pass rusher. I don't think he really knew that I played receiver like that because he started recruiting me before the season started, and as the season prolonged, I just started to play receiver and defensive end, and that's what's like, yeah, we're going to be a pass rusher. Yes, mainly my senior year, because I grew like I think 2 or 3 inches over the summer, and picked up some weight, and they just said, well, we just can't leave you on defense. We need you for offense as well. So I just took the role and did both sides. Right. I came in around 230, 235, and during the camp, the most I weighed was probably like 260, 265, and now I think I'm down to like a good solid 255 now. Oh, yeah, it's definitely, I definitely have gotten stronger. Freshman year, main thing was just, getting stronger, setting the edge of defense, and being able to play with the bigger guys. It's not high school anymore. So now, definitely being in the weight room a whole 2 years now, I feel like I'm ready. And there's always room to improve, to get stronger and faster. So I'm just going to take every day, day by day. Right. Them being there, they definitely saw. They helped me as soon as the first day I got in. For first mat drill, they were all just helping me like, hey, do this and that. They see that I had a good burst. I had a great awareness as far as to know what to expect and stuff like that. And throughout the whole year, they just said, be ready, because like I said, last year just redshirt, knowing that I was behind players like Trayvon and players like Fields and Hearns and all like that, and Keith Brown. Just knowing that, watching them, eventually your time will come and you can play the same positions and provide the same outcomes as them.